Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Tita Ann and today is Christmas Eve and you won't believe it. Our little girl, when she was asked, what do you want for Christmas dinner? She said musubis and cinnamon rolls. Well, her mama's gonna make her cinnamon rolls and Granny's gonna make her some musubis. I'm gonna show you the island style of how we make musubis. Here are our ingredients. All right. For those of you who are not familiar with what a musubi is, in the islands, in the Hawaiian Islands, musubi is a favorite snack or meal. My children used to also take it on field trips because it's very easy and it doesn't require any refrigeration. The basic ingredients are rice, spam, and sushi nori. That is the basic ingredients. Today, I'm going to try these sausages because in the islands, I used to make musubis with red hot dogs. And here, since moving to Virginia, we found these and they're not considered hot dogs. They're considered sausage. I pre-boiled the sausage. And as you can see, there seems like a casing, so I will peel that off as much as I can. And then I will put it in our sauce along with the spam. All right, let's begin with the sauce. Into my pot, I will be putting a half a cup of soy sauce, a half a cup of sugar, and a 1/4 cup of water. If you use a different soy sauce, I believe the water wouldn't be necessary, but kikoman tends to be a little bit stronger. In addition to this, I like to add fresh garlic, so let's cut that up. And you already know I love garlic, and it gives it a nice flavor for the teriyaki. So let's see, I'm gonna add 4, and these garlic bulbs are pretty big. I am just going to smash it and put it in the sauce. Just like that. It's going to soften and caramelize in the sauce. In the islands, spam is very popular. Spam has a negative connotation, especially here on the mainland, but in the islands, it's like so popular and a lot of people like it. In fact, the spam company has made spam that is, one is teriyaki flavored and the other is Portuguese sausage flavored, which I've never seen here in Virginia. We also like the spicy spam, which is available here in Virginia. So spam, from what I briefly read, was introduced to the islands during World War II to provide a protein. So growing up in my family, there's 9 children, and I really don't remember eating a lot of spam. So spam is so versatile, and even on this can, you can see that there's a suggested way that you could make it with mac and cheese. So my kids grew up with spam and cabbage with, I used to like to add green beans, and that was a really nice touch. 2, 4, 6. This is 6. That's good. I'm gonna set that aside. Spam and cabbage, spam with vegetable soup. There's many creative ways to use it. Okay, the other ingredient I'm gonna use is this sausage. And as I told you, there is a casing. While I'm doing this, I have the sauce warming on the stove. Okay, so since this is the first time I'm using this to make a musubi. I'm trying it. I'm gonna peel off this casing, and I am going to put this in the teriyaki sauce. Oh, it's actually peeling off really nicely. I thought I wouldn't be able to do it like in one piece. And this is the mold for the musubi, so that sausage is kind of long. I'm going to cut it in half. And I had intended to make 4 of these sausage musubis. You know, keep in mind you can put all kinds of things in musubis. Chicken katsu, Portuguese sausage,
eggs.
Oh, eggs and spam, yes. And the other thing that is nice too is like those little smoky sausage would be nice in a spam.
In a musubi.
In a musubi, I'm sorry. And the other one is those link sausages that you can get at the, like when you go out to eat in the restaurant. Okay. So I'm ready to put this in the sauce, and I can smell the sauce. I know it's simmering. Let's put this all together. We want the sauce to caramelize a little bit, so I'm gonna check it. So you see here in our pot, you can see the pot, these chunks of garlic. I'm gonna utilize that in the musubi, in some of the musubis, because our little girl, my granddaughter, doesn't want this in her musubis. But I like it. Do you like it?
I like it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just eat that garlic cooked like that over rice.
Yeah.
Just smash it. Once it's soft, just smash it over rice. That's so good.
Yeah. So, and then it has the flavor of the teriyaki flavor. So this garlic is going to soften even more. It's on simmer, and I'm going to start adding my ingredients. So we put spam in our fried rice. You remember how you said you used to like the spam when I would just take the whole spam and I would make a sauce out of soy sauce, brown sugar, mustard, and I would score the spam on the side.
And you put like peppercorn inside or something.
It was cloves.
Oh, cloves.
Yeah, like ham, like how you do regular ham. And then I would bake it in the oven and slice it after it's been cooked. So you don't slice it before. And it's like really tasty. And even that sauce is tasty.
Yeah, I think it just gets a bad, like a negative reputation on the mainland because it's like a cheap canned meat.
Yes.
You know, it has a lot of sodium. You know, any kind of canned meat is not considered like healthy.
Right.
And I think it comes from like, you know, the odds and ends of the animal.
Yeah.
So I think it's considered like a poor people's food.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Right. You know what I bought recently at the market was this thing called Scrapple. And my coworker said, have you ever tried Scrapple?
I've seen Scrapple, like since moving to the mainland, like I've seen Scrapple on menus at restaurants. I've never tried it. I don't know what it is.
Right.
You bought it?
I did. So I'm going to go get it because I can read it.
Okay.
I'll turn the heat down a little while it simmers. So this is Scrapple.
Take them out.
This is Scrapple. And if you look at it, the color is different from Spam, but this is a refrigerated item. It's not something that you just find on the shelf. So my coworker said it's really good. And I've seen Scrapple on menus as a breakfast food. It says cooking directions. Place 3 8-inch slices in preheated pan. Brown on medium heat for 8 to 10 minutes without turning. Turn over slices, repeat browning. So my coworker said that what she does is she slices it, and she said you can or you don't have to. She likes to drench it in like some flour and then fry it up. So I wanted to read the ingredients. It says it's pork stock, pork livers, pork fat, pork skin, white cornmeal, pork hearts, wheat flour, salt, and spices. this sodium content is 270.
So it's kind of like a pork meatloaf.
Yeah. And it says that it says keep refrigerated, but it doesn't say that if it's fully cooked, because the spam says it is fully cooked. I would cook, I mean, of course, it looks like it needs to be cooked, but it is a processed food. So maybe scrapple in a musubi would be like another adventure.
Scrapple, eggs, and rice. That would be your breakfast musubi.
Yeah. At work, I was telling, because my coworkers asked me, do you wake up every morning to make that breakfast of yours? Because my breakfast is like scrambled eggs, rice, and sausage, like the link sausages, or sometimes spam or Vienna sausage. And I said, yeah, I start work at 7:30, but my alarm goes off at 5. And I explained to them, oh, and I had sprinkled furikake on my rice. And I explained to them that in the islands, you can go to any 7-Eleven and you can find a bento.
Yeah, bento box.
Yeah, and I told them that the thing that I made is like looks like what a bento would look like, and it usually has rice. And of course, you know, because it's different here in Virginia, you won't find that at all. The other thing was, I wanted to say that McDonald's in Hawaii has like saimin, and people call it ramen here. And I noticed a lot of people here in Virginia, they like ramen, because my coworkers too, and the children at work too, they said they love ramen. They call it ramen rather than saimin. I'm gonna just turn this heat a little bit more because I just want to see more caramelization, and this garlic will get even softer.
But in Hawaii, they have like breakfast platters with spam, eggs, and rice.
McDonald's.
The McDonald's, yeah. So
And
I've
Portuguese
never
sausage.
Yeah, Portuguese sausage, eggs, and rice.
So I wonder, the platters here at McDonald's would be
They do
like the big
bacon,
breakfast, yeah.
Or like a sausage.
Yeah, the sausage patty, eggs, and pancakes or biscuits.
Biscuit.
Yeah.
Pancake. Do they have like? Oh, they have their hash browns on the side.
Yeah. Can I get rice? You gotta bring your own rice if you like that. But the only meat would be the sausage. The bacon too. You'd have bacon or sausage. Whereas in Hawaii, you have bacon, sausage, Portuguese sausage, and spam. Now this is really going. So you can see how it's starting to bubble, and it is actually caramelizing. It's not as liquidy. And at this point, this is ready to put into the mold. I'm gonna turn that off. All right, we're back at the table, ready to assemble our musubis. Just a few tips. The rice that I'm using today is a sticky rice, but we like to have brown rice within our white rice, so I mix some jasmine brown rice, just a little bit, and you can see the speckles in there. So the reason why you'd want to use a short grain rice is because you want it to be like a little sticky. The long grain white rice falls apart, and it really doesn't make a good musubi. So this is a short grain rice, and this is the mold I'm going to use. There's other molds. It's called musubi molds. And you know, back in the islands in Hawaii, you can find these easily at a Walmart. But of course, not here in Virginia. All right, this was found at Walmart, and I'm going to show you this. This is what sushi is. See that picture? Sushi or the rolls. So first of all, I'm going to put my mold in some water, and I leave it there because I don't want the rice to stick when I'm assembling. So it's a large sheet. I noticed that when you buy musubis from a restaurant or at 7-Eleven in Hawaii, or even like at the markets like Foodland, They use maybe half of this. So I'm gonna show you that I use the whole thing, and the ones already prepared that you buy has the rice exposed. So this is the shiny side of the nori, and this is the rough side of the nori, and you can see the difference. The shiny side is smooth. You want the smooth side on the outside, so you place that part down and your rough side is up. I'm putting my mold on my musubi and adding some rice. I sprinkle this. It's called Furikake. I believe this can be found at Walmart as well. Then I add the spam. And then you take your top part and press it down. The stickiness of the rice allows the nori wrap to stick there. And on this side, I add some water that I have my mold in, and I just wrap it. To me, this is a just right musubi. Some people like it with a lot of rice. I don't. You can even put some of that sauce on the rice if you want. Alright, I already told you that the one side of the wrapper is rough and the other side is shiny and smooth. Also make note that there's lines on the nori wrapper. I fold it in half with the lines, not across the lines, with the lines. And it's so crunchy. It'll just break because it's so crunchy. See? So these 4 are without garlic. I'm going to start with garlic. That's so yummy. Okay. Caramelized garlic. here's our finished product. Now is the time for the taste test. I'm gonna try the one with the sausage and garlic. I purposely cut it that way so I know it's garlic. Right there's the garlic. Yummy. The sausage doesn't taste like frankfurts or redondos, but it'll do. Thank you for joining us tonight. Tomorrow's Christmas. Have a happy holiday, Merry Christmas. And remember to share, subscribe, and click on the notification bell for more videos. Mahalo, mele kalikimaka, and see you next time. Aloha.